Good evening, everyone. What's up? Just ate a satisfying meal and topped it off with easy dessert. Just Mr. Hotta speaking. Previously, there was a rant on SpongeBob, an ultimate rant on SpongeBob SquarePants Part 2. Today is going to be Part 3, and there might be a Part 4. It depends if there's another topic that would be suitable for a rant, but this SpongeBob rant's going to be on one topic that none of the other SpongeBob rants have mentioned, even though this channel's rants have in the past, even though they got literally no views. Hopefully this one will actually get some views. It's going to be a rant around SpongeBob. One of the main problems of SpongeBob that is not brought up in the other SpongeBob rants is randomness. Yes, some may argue that cartoons are supposed to have randomness. Well, no. And SpongeBob abuses it to the fullest extent. Yes. Other TV shows that abuse it include Regular Show and Sanjay and Craig. They abuse randomness just as much as SpongeBob does. Sorry for being off topic, but SpongeBob, each SpongeBob episode is nothing but randomness abused. In a typical even the older SpongeBob episodes abused randomness too much. Like, take one episode, SpongeBob and Patrick are bored. Something unrealistic happens, and it's never seen or mentioned in any or brought up in any other episode after that. Like, let's take All That Glitters, for example. Nothing from that episode carried over to any other episode. What on earth was the point of making a random episode if no aspects of that episode carry over to the next episode? That's just randomness. It's like, what was the point? It was a great idea. They scrapped, and then the writers scrapped the idea and forgot all about it. It's like they didn't even care that they come up with this idea, yet they had the potential to make more than one episode out of one single idea. Come on! It's like, do they not care at all about what they write? They even did that even before the movie. It's like, come on, SpongeBob! Stop abusing randomness! Randomness is not to be abused. If there's an idea, keep using it. Don't forget it. It's an unfinished story. Each episode has an unfinished story. Continue the story. There is this great idea in most episodes, and it's forgotten of and never mentioned again. Wow. That's what SpongeBob has been doing. It could have been more, and yet they're running out of ideas, yet they don't even reuse any of their ideas, except for Squidward being abused. That's it. That's the only idea that's like reused over and over again. But as for the other ideas, they're forgotten of. And the stories aren't even finished. Another problem with the randomness is almost nothing is explained in the show. Almost no aspects of the show are explained. Like where on earth did that come from? How did that get there? How long has this been there for? Where did this come from? Why is it there? None of that was explained. Krusty Towers is an example. Like, how did Mr. Krabs get that hotel out of nowhere? That's one question. Just abused it. It didn't even explain how on earth any of what is happening in the episode's possible. And each episode is dramatically different that one can't even tell why a certain event happened because there was that much randomness. Randomness is not supposed to be overly used. Randomness shouldn't even be in SpongeBob, period. This isn't regular show, even though regular show does suck. Sorry for being off topic. Like, come on, SpongeBob. You reuse the ideas. It's okay to reuse an idea once or twice, 2 or 3 more times. Not 100 times, but it's okay to bring up an event from a previous episode. That's alright. There's no story to SpongeBob, the series of SpongeBob. Yes, there's barely a plot to each episode, but there's no story following any of the episodes. It's just a random episode here, a random episode there, an upcoming random episode. But each season is just a compilation of random episodes. It's like a Go Anime grounded movie, which is a fake movie. It's just a bunch of compilations. That's not what SpongeBob is for. SpongeBob should have a story of one event leading to another. That's what a cartoon should have. Not this randomness nonsense. This nonsense needs to stop already. Come on. Thought SpongeBob knew better than that. They know better than that than to just abuse randomness. They're not to do this again. And no. That's not cool. And people are going to come up with excuses. Oh, it's a cartoon. Oh, it's cartoon logic. It's just a cartoon. Yada, yada, yada. Well, too bad. A cartoon can't be randomness all the way. A cartoon's got to follow its story to make it interesting. It's not even interesting if there's no story built into it. There's no structure. It's just one episode here, another episode there, and an upcoming episode that hasn't been seen yet. That is all SpongeBob has been for its 16 years of existence. Shame on SpongeBob for that. Come on. No more of this nonsense. If they make an episode, stick to the plan of the episode. Actually, stick to what's going to happen after that event. Don't just scrap it and forget about it and come up with something else. That's just wasting an idea. The writers, not to bash on them, they wasted a lot of ideas they had. And they didn't even reuse any of them. Except for Squidward getting beaten up. That was the only idea they reused. As for the others, they didn't even care about the other ideas they had. And they could have made at least 3 more episodes out of each idea, yet they chose not to. No wonder why they're running out of ideas. They only use one idea per episode. That's not how one makes a lot of episodes. To make a lot of episodes, they need to reuse the same idea a few times and make it lead to another. There's a story there. There is no story to SpongeBob at all. Sorry for rambling, but SpongeBob needs to really step up its game. And they're actually making new episodes soon. And these episodes shouldn't even be there if they're not going to improve themselves. No more randomness already. Yeah. It is a shock that people haven't brought this up in their rants from a while back. Because this is actually what SpongeBob has been doing that people don't complain about. Like each episode, an extreme activity occurs and it's never seen again. Like, for example, a volcano. Like, the characters, it's just a normal day in Bikini Bottom, and something extreme occurs in Bikini Bottom, and then the story ends without it really being an ending. That's laziness. It's like they don't even care, it seems like. They know the ideas are there. They have to be executed. They're not executed enough. They're just used once, thrown in a trash can, not seen again. Bad SpongeBob. Bad. that's all there's to say for this rant on SpongeBob. See you on the 4th rant. No, bad computer. Don't do that again. Hang on. Sorry about that. Peace out. Yeah. Good night.